What's going on, guys? This is Damien from the Lookout, and do you recall that there was a blue Raditz deck? Yeah, so you might be thinking like, wait a minute, yeah, something tells me that there was a blue Raditz. Yeah, in perfect combination, blue Raditz came out, and everyone thought that this was gonna be the best deck in the set. Like, there was a lot of buzz around this one because it had free plays, it had hand knowledge, and then it just proceeded to flop and it never did anything. But now it actually got a buff, and it's a pretty cool buff. So we're gonna go over it. But before we begin, 3 things for all of you in Poland. There's gonna be a Masters event on the 16th of June at Pirkon. It's gonna be an awesome event, guys. Go support the Poland Poznan TOs. They do an amazing job, and the lucky loser is gonna get free tickets for Zenkai Showdown 4. Yeah, we will be announcing Zenkai Showdown 4 officially at some point, but you can imagine that it's happening because hey, you're gonna get tickets for it. And guys, if you wish to play these new cards, we host locals every single Friday, 8 p.m. Central European Time, free entry, open to all regions, proxy legal. So that's the best place to test out new BT25 cards. And of course, a huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a Patreon is in the description below. Now I think that's about everything. Roll the video. As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown. So blue Raditz finally got some buffs. I mean, technically, he got 2 cards. So we're gonna go over new cards, but we're just gonna ignore one of them because Napa works better in the blue Napa deck. But I'm gonna give you a very brief Archetype breakdown. I will show you the new cards. Lazy Damien didn't change the slide. I'll show you a deck list and then we'll just jump into the summary. Let's go. For those of you who don't know what this leader does, well, on the front side, this is Raditz, blue Saiyan 10k, and the front side is pretty solid. He draws on attack, and he also has activate main. If you have 2 or more energy, reduce the Z energy cost of Scouter in your Z deck by 1 for the turn and negate the skill for the game. It just helps you set up your Z extra card. You get it out for free. That's pretty huge. And of course you will always get to Awaken on turn 2, which is pretty great. On the Awaken side, he is Raditz the Invasion Begins, and it's a pretty good Awaken side. You still get to draw an attack. You can turn one of your Raditz cards into a blocker, which is pretty cool. And then you have another auto where you play a Napa and you remove a Scouter. That one is thematic, but I'm not sold on it. That one might as well not even exist. You really want to have the Scouter in play. So after talking so much about it, you're probably wondering, Damien, what does the Scouter even do? Scouter is a Z extra card which lets you look at your opponent's hand if your leader is Raditz or Napa. So when you play your blue Raditz, Napa or Vegeta, you look at your opponent's hand. And if there is a battle card with 50k power or less in their hand, you get to play another battle card for free. It just needs to have a different name from the one that you played before. So if you play Raditz, then you play Napa, something like that. Anyways, you look at your opponent's hand, you get valuable hand knowledge, and more importantly, you also get a free play. Now it's time to take a look at the new support. So Raditz preliminary test. Barrier 16k. It's a 4 cost, so it's one of those that you can actually play for free. Auto. When this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, return them to their owner's hand, and your opponent places 1 card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. So, yeah, there is also another one which you have if your opponent has a Son Goku, you get to play a Scouter, blah blah. We're very interested in the bounce effect. So it's a free 16k barrier card because you will always play it through Scouter's effect that also clears the board and has mini hand destruction. Like, this card does so much. I absolutely love it. Raditz now has a way to clear the board while applying pressure through his free plays. That's amazing. It would be completely unfair if I just talked about this deck without showing it to you. So, once again, here on Deck Planet, let's take a look at Raditz. You already know what the leader does. So we start with our 1-drops, 4 Raditz Invasion, 2 Vegeta Invasion, just simple 1-drops. Like, this is revenge when it's played you tutor top 5. Vegeta is a 1-drop when he's played you again tutor top 5. So yeah, just your cantrip tutor 1-drops. Then we have 3 copies of Nappa using a Scouter. Once per turn, when a Scouter is played in your battle area, you draw 1. Activate main, limit 1, you play him for 1 energy if your leader is blue Raditz. And then it has activate battle if your blue Raditz, Vegeta or Nappa card is in a battle. You use 1 mono blue Saiyan with 5k combo power from your drop in a combo with its skills name blah blah, generates Z energy. Then 4 copies of Nappa, the beginning. You play him for 1 energy, you draw 1, and then he also has an auto. When this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Removal. It can be free. That's awesome. Then we have 4 copies of Raditz using a Scouter. So for 1 energy, you play this card from your hand. Auto. If you have Scouter in your battle area, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy and bottom deck it. Another removal piece. When this card is KO'd or removed from a battle area by an opponent's skill, you draw 1. So enables your free play, removes something, and then draws 1 when it's, removed. It's pretty good. And now we have the preliminary test to bounce even more things. Then we have the big SR, 4 copies of Raditz provoking attack, deflect, dual attack blocker, counter attack, negate the attack and you play it. Costs 2 if you have the Z extra in your battle area, sure. Auto, if you have 3 or more energy and you declare 1 number. When this card is played, until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent can't play a battle card with the original power the same as the declared number unless they place 1 card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. Basically what it does is you look at your opponent's hand through Scouter, then you play these Raditz and then you lock them from playing something, unless they commit to getting rid of their own hand. 3 Vegetas. Vegeta is just kinda shit in this deck, but he has like an okay ability. Auto, once per turn, when this card attacks, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, bottom deck it, and Vegeta gains plus 9k for the turn. Like, it's just extra removal. Now the funny thing that we'll have to do in this deck is not only are we bouncing things back to hand, especially with a preliminary test, we are running 3 copies of Son Goku Path to Infinite for 1 energy. If your leader is blue, you choose 1 of your blue battle cards with cost of 4, you return it to your hand, you play the Goku. I think going, okay Goku, sure, 1 energy. What do you do then? Then you play Ultra Instinct Sign. So after you play Raditz to bounce everything to hand, you go to Goku, you get Raditz back, and then you go into Sign, Son Goku. EX Evolve for 2, place 1 card from your hand into your drop area, and you evolve on top of the 5 cost. Triple Strike, permanent. Your opponent can't combo for the duration of this card's battle. And when a card evolves into this card, return all of your opponent's battle cards to their owner's hand. This one you won't be using it unless you haven't used the one that bounces things back. But effectively, you bounce everything back, and now they can't combo anymore. So they're just like with a dead hand. And then you just have your defenses, 3 defending friends, 4 super combos, 3 UI Kamehameha, D Magic Senzu Bean, and your SCR Beast Gohan so that you can close the game. and the Z deck is just Raditz, Cell, Beerus, Android 21, the newest Unison, which is pretty good, and 2 copies of Scouter. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you hyped to try Raditz again? Are you hyped to try this deck again? Or you're just gonna say like, well, you know, Raditz is still like kinda shit. I'm probably not gonna be playing it anymore. Let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And while you're here, share the video. It helps out other players. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.